and I put together like this very eclectic record that was just like so crazy that Sylvia was like, you know what, I love it. She said, it's great. She said, it's definitely you. She said, but, you know, we need just that one that's going to kick it off. So she says, I'm going to send you over to Cleveland to hang with your boy. And I was like, shoot, let's do it. So it's me and, you know, I left to go to Cleveland, hung out with Jarrell for, you know, about, you know, a week or so. We hung out, had some fun. And, yeah, we came up with games, man, and he laced it. Yeah, he laced it. I did the music. You know, he put the words together, and blam, there you have it.
Yeah, because looking at it, Laverne Dill definitely slept on the production tip. Because I believe they also did this little game we played for Subway.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until I saw like the credits. I was like, wow.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, they were very underrated as far as the production is concerned. I mean, when they came out, when I first heard, like, Just Coolin', I was like, whoo-hoo, that is slamming. Yeah, G and them came hard.
Yeah, that was a hard track. They had Heavy D, then, of course, by Jarrell and Sean being Eddie's dad, Eddie's sons. So it kind of sounded like something that, like, the OJs would do to stay hip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. They came with it, man. I was like, wow. Yeah, that was a good record.
So on the album, you had Games and another track that was a favorite of mine, Spinning.
Yeah, Spinning, yeah. Yeah, that was, like I said, I did all that, all in-house, all in my studio at the time in Glendale, California, and I just kind of just stayed in the room for like 2 months and just cut and tried to create whatever I can and just make a nice plethora of songs, man, and hopefully that, you know, people can get it, you know, at one point or another. You know, me being a musician first, you know, I consider myself a musician first. And, you know, sometimes, you know, you can kind of go out of the norm, you know, and I tried to do that, but at the same time still try to keep my identity and then make it to a point where people can say, oh, yeah, okay, that's him, or it's this person or that person. So it's kind of difficult, man, but, you know, I really enjoyed doing the record for the most part. I really did.
Right. And if you can answer this for me, did you do Love Is the Way for commission?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I wrote and co-wrote and produced that for commission along with my man Fred Hammond. Yeah, when was it? That was
94. I think that was off the Matters of the Heart album.
Yeah, it was off the Matters of the Heart, exactly. Yeah. And I did that actually at the same time I did Angela Winbush's Treat You Right. That was around the same time. In fact, that was before. So, yeah, I had a busy year in 94 as well.
Right. So what was that like working with Commission by them coming from the gospel realm and putting your R&B touch on it?
You know, with Fred is such a prolific musician, himself. He's just incredible. And that was pretty easy for me because, you know, me having a gospel and a gospel background as far as music is concerned, it was a very much easy transition for me. So as I hooked up with Fred Hammond and we just kind of sat together, you know, and kind of just messed around for a minute, and I had this track and sent it to him. He's like, man, this is it. Let's do it. So it was so easy. I mean, the song pretty much was already kind of a contemporary R&B thing, and he just kind of put his little touch over it. So.
Yeah, because, I had did an interview with Mitchell Jones not too long ago, and pretty much I'm like, Commission is like a R&B group, but they're just a gospel group.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, because a lot of, like, R&B acts like 112, Boyz II Men pretty much cited, like, Commission as their, like, influence.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So what was...
they're the pioneers of, you know, to me, of crossover gospel.
Contemporary gospel.
Yeah, they really are.
I definitely agree with you on that statement. Yeah. So how did you get involved hooking up with Lionel Richie?
Wow. I hooked up with Lionel in 2000. I had just finished working with Tina Turner. I was her piano player at the time of her Wildest Dreams tour from 97 to the beginning of 2000. And at that point, you know, we had just finished, and I knew she wasn't going to be going out for a while. So I just started, you know, just getting back into production, and then I got a call from his manager, who at that time was also working with Tina Turner, and I guess Lionel had let go of a couple of, the members in his band, and he was looking for another musical director. So I got the call to go in, to meet him, and I did, and, we hit it off, and he's a cool cat. He's one of the coolest, I would say, artists that I've ever worked with. Definitely.
Yeah, he definitely sounds like a cool guy, especially with all the success that he had after leaving the Commodores.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, the Can't Slow Down album, definitely a big album. He was like, up there with like your Princes, Madonnas, your Michaels in the 80s.
Huge. Now, that's something you probably don't know. A lot of people think that he left the Commodores, but actually he didn't. They fired him just to set the story straight. He didn't leave.
So they gave him the pink slip?
Oh, yeah, they gave him the pink slip.
Oh, man.
But a lot of people, thinking, Rich did that. I'm like, no. It's time to hear his side of the stories. And, no. So he didn't leave. Yeah, he was let go.
Oh, okay. He was relieved of his duties.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, on the lighter side of things, it was stated that you went to Pasadena Arts Center College of Design on a scholarship, specializing in graphic arts, and that your comic book collection game is very nice.
Now, where'd you get all this stuff from, man?
I have my sources.
It is true. That is true. I'm an avid comic book collector. I've been collecting comics since I was like 10. Man, you're pretty good, man.
Yeah, so while everybody's got their sneaker fetish, you got your comic book fetish. You probably got your fireproof box. Like, look, I got that Adventures of Spider-Man #1. Yo, you ain't got this. Get like me right now. It's still in mint condition in the plastic. Holla at me. It's real serious right now with the comic book game, I bet.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm definitely staying on top of it. I'm not as heavy as I used to be into it, but I still have all my, my number one editions and collections and special editions, and yeah, I'm a big comic book guy.
That's okay. That's one thing I can get into. But from comic books, we're gonna talk about the Queen of Hip Hop Soul, Mary J. Blige. What was it like working with her and seeing where she started with What's the 411 to where she's at now with her crossover pop success? Oh
man, she's the best, man. She really is. For her to have an illustrious career like she has, after meeting her and working with her, she is just so she's so down to earth. She really is. A lot of you hear that like, oh yeah, she's cool and she's down there. She really is.